Hi, today we'll be looking at converting 2D images into 3D objects that can be imported to Unity. We would be converting this 2D image into a 3D object as shown here. Here I'm using Illustrator, so creating a new project in Illustrator. You could use any other program that can export it as an SVG. So I'm importing the image that we have. We are cropping out the logo part so that we removed the text part. Now that we have the logo, the next thing we have to do is to trace the image. Image tracing is basically tracing out the individual units in an image with the help of an AI. Once we click trace, the AI will split the image into individual components. Once that's done, we can go to Object, Image Trace, and Expand, which will expand the components. So we can move the components like this. Now we can save the file as an SVG so that we can continue working on it in Blender. Next thing would be to open up Blender, and by default this is the Blender scene. We don't need the cube or the cameras, so we remove the default objects that comes with the scene. So we would need to import the SVG file that we've saved, so we import that like so. And once the image is imported in, you can see individual units that we've expanded in Illustrator. So that's a P, and that's a S, and that's a part of K. So we don't need the main outline, so we remove that, and we end up with these individual units. The next step would be to combine all this into a single mesh. So now we are making all these individual units into a mesh and combine all the meshes together to make one object. As you can see on the right side, everything has become one entity. Next step will be to edit this mesh. So for that, you need to go to the left and enter the edit mode. And if you press A, it selects all the individual vertices. And while pressing down E, that's to extrude, if you move your mouse, it would extrude like so. And you can release your mouse to stop extruding. So I'm pressing E and the left mouse button and moving it to extrude. So once I've extruded this much, our 3D object is basically done. We can save this so that we can use it in Unity. Since we imported a black material or black image, Blender automatically creates a black material for us. You could remove that if you don't need it. You can put colors in here, textures in here. So we are not doing that here. And we can save this as an OBJ or an FBX format that Unity can import to. So now that we are in Unity, we can go to Assets, Import, and go to the location where we saved the OBJ file. Click on the OBJ file and click Import, and we can drag the file to the hierarchy. And since it is, in this case, it's quite small here, so I'm increasing the scale and rotating it a bit. And if you press F, it will focus the object that is selected, and here you are, the 3D object that you can use in Unity. So when you're developing a scene, if you have an idea in mind, you can draw it on a piece of paper or on Photoshop or any tool that you prefer. And this is one way to make it into a 3D object and play around in Unity. Thanks for watching.